what we've been doing over the past couple of days is I've shown you two specific strategies, one using Subot 1, the other using Subot 2. Yesterday I showed you, although these examples were given, we'll see about that. You know what, Kevin? I don't look at it so much. Don't follow me. Again, let me get you, all of you, to stand on your own 2 feet, and then let's all get in the trade room together and let's trade together. Let's watch each other's backs. Let's keep a very close eye on the market so that we don't have to miss a single pip. And with a bunch of eyes doing that on multiple charts, we've got it covered. So that's my goal. That's my goal. You bet, Richard. All right. So we turned, I showed you how these examples started with 25,000, but in this example I showed you how you can start with as little as 5,000. That's recommended. You can go a little bit smaller than that, but I don't recommend you start with anything less than. Do not open an account with anything less than 3,500, whatever we want to call it, Kevin. I want to show you a couple of the trades that I took before my trade room opened and then after or during my trade room. So let me bring in first the tally sheet. Oops. There were two trades that were taken, one on an Aussie and the other on the Swissy, prior to the open of the trade room. The trade room is available starting at 8 a.m. Eastern time. And then there were 3 trades here that you could have taken after we were together in the session. All of us members were together in the session 3 there. Let me point them out to you on a chart. So I just want to summarize, though. 5 trades, all winners, 100% winning ratio. And of the 53 pips you would have accumulated, accounting for a 3-pip spread for each trade. Now your broker may charge you more or a little less, so your results may vary slightly. But we're trying to be fair and honest here and say, okay, there's a cost associated with executing every single one of these trades. So we account for a 3-pip spread. That leaves you with 38 clean, clear pips. And our goal for this strategy, for those who've been with me over the past couple of days, you know my goal for this strategy is 30 pips a day. And as of today, we would have brought in 38. Let me show you one other thing before I go. Well, let's go into the trades first. All right, the first trade today, oops, I didn't want that, I want this. The first trade today was on the Aussie dollar. Again, I trade during the London session. This line indicating the open of the London session, this line indicating its close. And our first trade came right here. Notice the PVM dot, Subot 2. We got in at 87.33, wrote it down to the first profit target right here. And within 15 minutes, we made 10 pips. Take out for a 3-pip spread, you're pocketing 7. Then I moved over to the Swissy. On the Swissy 15-minute, sorry, that earlier one was a 15-minute as well. This is a Swissy 15-minute. Now there are rules and guidelines that are established why we chose this particular point of entry. I'll go over all of that information with you in my trade room. So you'll purchase Subot 2, and I'll show you specifically how the 30-80 strategy works and why we chose this trade as the first one here on the Swissy. The entry was at 1.0329, and we wrote it up to this particular pivot. And again, when you're in my trade room, I will show you why we use pivots and when we use pivots. And this particular pivot was at 1.0337. That's an 8-pip gain here. Take out for a 3-pip spread, you're only pocketing 5. That's not a whopper. But add that to the 7 previous, you're up to 12. Then I stayed with the Swissy because it was doing pretty good. So I just dropped down to a 10-minute time frame here on the Swissy. And by that time, the tides had turned. The trends had changed. And I was in the trade room with everybody. And actually, there's a... Absolutely, Kevin, it comes with Subot 2. These particular pivots, as I believe what you're referring to, are built into Subot 2 now. So these pivots, which are very exact, you can see how exact they can be. They come with Subot 2. So finally, the tides had turned, trend had changed. Here's our first opportunity to grab a trade on the Swissy. It is a 10-minute time frame I'm working off of now. We entered at 1.0315. you would have exited at the first target, which is here, and that's at 1.0302. That's 13. Allow for a 3 pip spread. That's 10. Add that to the 12. You're up to 22. Now, I drop down again to a 5-minute chart here. And I do that for very specific reasons, which I did explain in the room today. And we got in here at 1.0297, or you would have gotten in here. And then we rode that down again to the first target, which was 1.0287. That's another 10 pips on this one. Take away for a 3 pip spread, you're pocketing 7. Add that to the 22, you're making, or up to 29 clean, clear pips. Then bumped it back up again to the 10-minute time frame, and you would have entered here at 1.0290, and you would have exited at this particular pivot. And this pivot is at 1.0278. That's a 12 pip gain. Take away 3 pips for your spread. That's 9. Add that to the 29. You're up to 38 for the day. So 38 clean, clear pips, all profitable trades today. And I'll just admit, we were talking a lot in the trade room together. And these were valid trades that were being called while I was doing explaining. And so we're gonna have to focus a little more clearly in our trade room about actually executing these trades and reserve our conversations for times when trades are not being present. So we're gonna work on that. The trade room's just getting started, so it's a great time to get involved. We'll all hang together, we'll all learn together, and we'll all be profitable together too. Let me show you one other thing that you may find beneficial, and that is a tally of the results. This is, well, I have to change this. It was called the step strategy initially, but it's really the 30-80 now is what we're calling it. And I started 1 month ago. On the 17th of last month, I formally began documenting every single trades. No, we use a conference room just like this one. It's an iVocalize conference room. It's just a separate one because for a time period, both John and I are in a trade. We're both holding our trade rooms simultaneously. So we have to have a second trade room just for me. But it's iVocalize. So what you're familiar with here is what we work with. All right, so starting last month on the 17th and running through today, I've actually added the results to today. Here again is all the results. Let's just scroll all the way down. And you can see that out of the 24 consecutive days that we have been recording these trades now, there would have been 111 trades to be taken. 103 of them were winners, 93% win ratio. 8 did not reach their first target and were stopped out. That's a 7% loss. We would have added, including a 3 pip spread, you would have added 1,118 pips to your account, including a 3 pip spread. Based on the number of trades, we're averaging 14 pips per trade of profit. Over here, we would have had to deduct 248 pips, including a 3 pip spread. So on average of these 8 trades, we were losing 28 pips per trade on average. So you take this amount of positive pips, deduct the ones from the losers, and you wind up with 870 pips for 24 trading days, or 111 trades. That means we're averaging 36 pips per day. And this strategy, as I hope you catch by now, we're looking for 30. So as of 24 days, a little over a month, an average month has 21, and 111 trades, we are averaging 36. And we are under miserable trading conditions right now, and we're performing this well.